Welcome to Adam Home Cooking. Today we are going to prepare chicken stew with no tomato. Sometimes you are just tired of eating that tomato stew, cooking tomato stew. So I'm going to show you how to prepare stew. Any stew at all, being fish, chicken, beef with no tomato. So I have my large onion here. I have one big onion. I have my mixed pepper, you know, the big pepper, red, yellow and green. I'm using the yellow one and the red one. I have my chili pepper here, my ginger and garlic, my Norse Maggi tablet is Norse, or you can buy any Maggi of your choice. I have my chicken here, which I steamed and grilled already because I don't want to fry the chicken as well to cut down on the fat. So I just steam it with my blend, garlic, onion and ginger with some seasoning, and I steam it and then grill it. If you don't want it grilled, you can just fry it as you normally use for your chicken stew. This is my aroma vegetable seasoning or all-purpose seasoning, and my vegetable oil for frying. I love cooking with bay leaf. It gives my food nice flavor. So I also have few bay leaves here. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to add about 3 spoonfuls of cooking oil into my pot. You need enough oil to cook this stew. So after it's cooked and you don't want the excess oil on top, you can just use your ladle or spoon to scoop it out. So this is my oil. At this stage, I'm just going to chop my onion first. Cut it into big chunks. Slice it or whichever way you want to cut it. I'm going to cut all the ingredients. You know, my pepper, my mixed pepper, I freeze it. So I took it from the freezer. I bought a fresh one because I was not ready to cook at the time. So I cut it, clean it up and freeze it. That's why it look a bit soft. So I don't want the green one, so I'm mixing the red one with the yellow one. You can also do with only the red one if you want that stew red. You know, if you want your stew red just to look like that of tomato, you can just use the red pepper or you mix it. So this is my big onion. Cut it into big chunks or slice it, and then I'll start by frying my onions. I'm going to fry all the ingredients together, then I'll blend it. So that's the onion cooking. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut my ginger into smaller size. You can do the cutting on your chopping board, because I'm not using the chopping board because it's a bit too big to take all my space. So that's the garlic and ginger with my chili pepper and all the other mixed peppers. I'm just cutting it into, cut them up. So as my onion is cooking, I'll just add all the mixed pepper, garlic, chili pepper and the ginger together. So I'm going to just cook this on its own. Cook it till it's gone brown or it's cooked through, and you can see that it shrinks and it will shrink if it's cooked. Because sometimes you can also add all these ingredients, blend it and then add to your pot, but that one is going to contain too much water. It takes too long to cook. So this is the easiest way. You make your work short in the kitchen. So I'm just going to, I can leave this on, and then every 5 minutes I stir it, and I'll cook this for about, let's say 20 to 25 minutes. So here we are, after cooking it for 15 minutes, This is how it looks now. You can see it all shrunk and the water is gone. So what I'm going to do now, I'll turn the fire off and then turn this into my bowl, because I'm going to blend it. That's what I'm going to use as the sauce. And if you have cloves in your kitchen as well, you can add few cloves just to give it a nice aroma. Yeah, that's optional. If you have cloves, or if it's the powder one, you can just add a bit of the powder one to your stew. So I'm going to leave this, I'll turn the fire off, leave this to cool a bit before I blend it in my food processor or the blender, because it's too hot. I don't want to crack my blender. So now this is the vegetables which I cooked: the onion, mixed pepper, garlic, ginger, and and the chili pepper. You know, sometimes if you don't get the round mixed pepper, there's also a long one. There's also a long one which is not spicy. Any big pepper that is not spicy, you can also use it to make your sauce. Just stir it a bit to get it don't want to add water, so I'll just stir it. It's smooth now, so I'll now transfer this back into my pot on the fire. It already contains enough oil to cook the stew. I'll add all this to my pot, and then this is the stock I get from my chicken. When I steam the chicken, this is the stock I get. So I'm going to add this chicken stock to my pot, and then I'll add the bay leaf. And I'll leave this to cook for 5 minutes before I'll add my chicken and the other spices. So after cooking it for further 5 minutes, this is my stew now. You see, it's not red, so if you want it red, just use only the red pepper. Because I mix it with yellow, I mix few red with the yellow, and also the onion is, you know, it's not red, so that's why the stew is not red. So this is how to make your easy and quick tomato-less stew. So now I'm going to add my chicken now. Because I've added my chicken stock already, now I have to taste it and see if I need more salt or if the taste is okay, but I don't want to make it too salty. So I'm going to taste it before I'll add my all-purpose seasoning or salt, because all this, and even the Maggi, because they all contain salt. I think the taste is just okay, so I'll just add a little bit of my curry powder, just a little bit of curry powder, and then a little bit of the aroma or any seasoning at all that you have, but you always have to taste it before you add, because they all contain salt. You don't want to make your stew salty. So you see, after doing all that, after doing the process of cooking the vegetables together, it doesn't take long for your stew to be ready. So my stew is ready now, which can be served with boiled yam, rice, anything of your choice. Boiled plantain, tomato-less stew is ready. So Adom home cooking special tomato-less chicken stew is ready. See, sometimes you're just tired of eating this tomato stew. You see? Adom home cooking special tomato-less stew is ready. Enjoy. Boy,